Hello and welcome to the Gab. Today we have a full show of fashion trends and spring and things. And before we get started, let's meet the co-hosts today. To my left, Gabby.
Hi, Gabby Johnson.
Esther Tanis.
And I am Melissa Tenzer.
Well, we have an exciting show, Melissa, for the 14th. Are you ready? Let's see what's happening on the 14th.
We are very excited about April 14th. It's my birthday too.
Woo!
We're going to celebrate with Margaret Josephs. We have an event with the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Margaret Josephs, the first live Gab show. I am Melissa Tenzer. Please join me on the Gab show, April 14th at Rider University. We have Margaret Josephs. She is a TV personality. She's an entrepreneur, and she's on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. She wrote a book, and it is called Caviar Dreams on a Tuna Fish Budget. So she talks about herself as a child, an immigrant coming to this country, and the relationship she has with her mother. It's a live audience. Please join us. You can ask her questions yourself on April 14th, Rider University at 2 o'clock. Please join the Gab show.
Listen, we want you to go to the eventbrite.com and sign up for this event. How excited are you ladies about this event?
We're excited. We know the tickets are going to sell out.
Yes.
What a great guests we have.
So
Buy your
grab
tickets
yours.
now.
We want you to go to Eventbrite, find a fan page, click on it, and be a part of it. And you know what, ladies? I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. But you know what? Is that when you buy that ticket, you are actually a portion go to Dress for Success. But a lot of the proceed is going to CNJN station to help as a donation. So buy a ticket, you're helping your community.
And
That's
CNJN has new channels. Did you ladies know that?
We did. We heard about that.
We are on Comcast channel 28 and 30 and on Fios 43 and 45. And guess what? We also have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. I mean, we are
keeping up
blowing
with the
up.
trends.
You're keeping up with the trends. And talk about trends, we are going to talk about our fashion trends. What are your ladies' favorite colors? What's your favorite thing about spring, that is?
My favorite. I'll start.
Okay.
My favorite is like making the home very springy, like the pillowcases. I even painted my fireplace. I put lots more plants. I'm doing more flowers. I just love when the spring is here. It's just all the colors. And I was driving down my little driveway and I see all the little flowers coming. It's just gorgeous.
Oh.
I love that.
Gabby?
Well, it's funny that you say that, Esther, because actually yesterday I was pruning one of my plant, my inside plant, and I just didn't want its beautiful big leaves on that plant, and I just didn't want to throw them away. So I actually put them together and I put them into a vase, and put it on the kitchen table. And suddenly I was feeling like I was in Brazil or something like that.
So springy. That sounds gorgeous.
Yes.
For me, it's more about the fashion trends and the pocketbooks and what's hot for 2022 with the lavenders. There's those bucket purses that are out now. They almost look like a bucket.
Yes.
And Michael Kors makes them, as well as Tory Burch. And they come in lavender and pink and all these great colors. And then another one that's back this year is the clutch. Instead of having just a big bag, the clutches in all beautiful colors are back for the spring. And again, the shoes to match. It was everything fashion for me. So turquoise is my favorite color, though.
No, that's my color. That's my color. Sorry. I own that color.
Turquoise. I love everything spring. I love all that we're talking about. And a little later, we're going to show some spring colors. But did you ladies know that in the 1900s, the first fashion designer was a man?
Yes.
And he
that's
specializes in making dresses. What do you guys think about that? A man? How would he know what a woman wants?
But maybe because he's
Good
been with a
insight.
lot of
Men have great insight on fashion as well as women. So I believe it and I knew it. Yes.
Yes. That was amazing, actually. When we did a little bit of reading on that story, I was like always thinking, oh my God, fashion is from France. You cannot take it from the French people, right?
Right.
And then when I read that story, it was like, really, what was his name? His name
Charles
was
Frederick Worth. Charles
something-
Frederick Worth.
Yes.
And he has the House
There's a
of
movie.
Worth.
Right,
Yeah.
the House of Worth, and actually he was, you know, they used a lot of drapes, and he was a drape makers, and then at that time, you know, they had like all those
All the-
things
yeah.
and
Corset.
corsets, right, right,
yeah.
and it was actually a big change at that time. But my favorite moment in that was actually because I was where are the French people in all that, right? And they came way later down the road, and I was always fascinated by Coco Chanel.
Oh, Coco Chanel.
Lovely some
Yes.
Chanel.
Coco Chanel.
Yes.
She escaped Europe during the World War One or two. I can't remember which one. And she came over, and it was. I thought the logo. Always wanted to know what that logo was about. You know, because her name is Gabrielle something, right? And so it's no two C's in it. And it was like, oh my God, those two C's. And one of the story was actually that her and her boyfriend, that she was very in love, they entertained their two C's.
And she kept it?
And she
Great.
kept
That's a good
it.
tidbit of
Yeah,
information. I love
but
that.
that is
Talk
the
about love.
that is the unofficial story. Otherwise, the real story that the news will give you was that actually was coming from a chateau somewhere in France, where, you know, the seals were like this, and she loved it and she took it. But that's my little tidbit in French fashion, because sorry, we got to stay on top here.
well, thanks for the stories and you know the lesson. That was great to know about Coco Chanel.
Yeah, I
and
love
listen, fashion is inspired from past trends until now, and even so, you know that fashion is inspired by actresses and actors, people we see, people we want to emulate, you know, and look like. So we start dressing like them, and that's how, like, what makes fashion trends so great. Also, the color trends.
The
The
trends.
color trends. Do you know it's only a group of 10 people that choose the color trends
Yeah.
for the world? 10
Yeah.
people? 10 people, anonymous, no names, nobody knows who they are, and they just pick colors. Oh, yeah, let's just choose this. Let's choose
Wow,
that.
that's interesting.
Yeah, but the colors are actually then put in the Pantone book. You know, there are colors from the Pantone book, and they decide from the Pantone book. You know,
Only 10
But 10,
people.
but
10 people
for the
world.
So
For the world.
I'm wondering how they picked that. Do you want one, Mike? Do you want to write it there?
I want to see. I want to be in that room.
I wanna be in that room.
Colors, yeah.
But I love colors, and I love the colors for this spring. They're so vibrant, you know? So let's take a look at these colors for spring.
Upcoming colors.
Upcoming
Big
colors.
trends.
Ooh, is that
Gorgeous.
Cerulean blue?
No, that's primary blue.
Primary blue.
Woo,
See, we have a
woo.
fashion Easter right here. Primary blue. That's beautiful with the white. Love it.
Gorgeous.
Oh, tangy lime. Oh, I would wear that dress with that hat.
Tangy lime
And
is
the shorts.
beautiful.
Which one do
Yeah.
you like?
Look
It's good as an
gorgeous.
accent piece. too.
Yeah.
I like
Tangy
long
lime.
dresses. I
I
love
love
little,
long
but I like
dresses.
long dresses.
Yes, me too. I can go with that.
Oh, hot orange. Hot
Yeah,
orange.
that's what I'm wearing today.
Ooh.
Look at that suit.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's sterling. There's sterling.
That's my favorite blue.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It is really pretty.
So
I like
elegant.
that middle piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Kelly Green.
Kelly.
Melissa's color.
Yeah.
Melissa, yeah, you see, it wasn't
Kelly
turquoise, it's
green.
Kelly.
So beautiful.
And then we have radiant
Yellow.
yellow. I
Like
love
your
the
dress.
yellow sunlight,
Oh.
solar plex. Love the
Ooh.
yellow. I love that suit in the middle. So I love the colors this year. How much fun did we have when we went shopping?
We
Oh
love
my
it.
Oh my
You can't
goodness.
say
So many
girls
great
shopping.
trends out there. Oh my gosh. Beautiful prints and consignment and statements, great stores. Wonderful.
You know, we have a shot of us going shopping.
Oh,
Can you
let's
show
see
it to
it.
us, Andrew? amazing was that? We had
What
so
a great
much
day.
fun. I just want you to remind you, we went to Princeton Consignment and we also went to Statements.
Statements,
I
yeah.
want to remind everyone, shop local, buy local, support local, all right?
Both women owned.
Women owned. It was
Yes.
a
For the women.
fantastic
Absolutely.
time. What were your favorite colors? Melissa, what was your favorite color?
So my favorite color is the color I have on today. It's Kelly green, and I love it because I can wear it in spring, but then I can get away with wearing it in fall. And because my eyes are
yeah.
green, it's kind of vibrant, and I can either take off my jacket or, have it a little bit less vibrant, depending on the season. And definitely Princeton Consignment had great Kelly green colors there. And I saw Beth yesterday in my office, and she's just a great business owner. And shop local, we love Beth at Princeton Consignment. So yeah, I love that green.
And Kelly green looks really great on you too.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you,
does.
Jen.
Yeah,
You know,
it does.
Gabby, what's your color? What was your favorite?
Oh, well, I have the primary blue, like I'm wearing my jacket. This is a perfect time, but also because primary blue make me remember of all the impressionists in France. Where, you take Monet, you take Van Gogh, they all have that blue, that moment of blue into their painting. But also blue is something that is peaceful. They always say, if you have problem to sleep, paint your room in blue.
Even in your dining room to digest
calm.
and be calm.
Yeah, to calm. So blue for me is great. It's really a color that is a true color. It's also a color that speaks, and it is a color that, however vibrant, it's still very calming.
Yes. That's why the sky is blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you want to be calm, just look up and you'll be calm. Esther, hot orange. Can I say you look gorgeous in that orange dress? Come on.
God,
Talk
yes.
about it. Talk about it.
You need to go buy that dress.
Thank you, girls. I love all colors. We all do, but orange is just so summery, right? It's so loud. It's so me.
Vibrant, so vibrant.
Latina, let's go. It's like music. I love orange, and I'm a big sunrise and a sunset. Those sunsets with orange, aren't they gorgeous?
Yes.
Beautiful.
So that's why I chose orange as one of my favorite color for the season.
The
Me too.
sunset.
Can I tell you, I love orange. I love that color too, but I love me some yellow.
You look fantastic.
I love
Great.
yellow. Yellow is bright. Yellow is happy, sunshine, solar plex, the creativity. And I just love that color. And when you put it on a nice sunny day, you just feel so good. And when you put it on a cloudy day, you feel even better. So color is yellow.
They
is
say
my
yellow.
color.
If you're depressed, you paint your room yellow, and it gets you out of your depression. That's the color, even more than blue. That's really vibrant for people that are a little depressed, seasonal depression.
Yes.
They paint it yellow, and it kind of gets them out of their funk because it's so vibrant and beautiful. And it looks great on you today.
Yeah,
too,
thank
Jo.
Funny,
you.
my house, that was a recommendation because I have a little ranch, and the lady who helped me, pick colors, she said, do a soft yellow. It'll brighten it
That's
up.
what I
'cause it
have
was
in
only
my
one
house.
floor.
Yeah, I have a light yellow throughout my kitchen,
Soft,
and
yes.
it's just very soft. You can't tell if it's white or it's yellow.
Yeah.
But when you come in, it just looks refreshing.
Right,
It's just a color that matches with everything, but brightens up your day just a little
It
bit
brightens
more.
it. So I can see why it would be more relaxing for people, and also the color of hope.
Yeah.
Why don't we have yellow umbrellas?
We're gonna get one.
Okay.
We're gonna get a yellow umbrella in the middle of a storm.
When my daughter was young, she had a yellow umbrella that had a duck on it, but that's the last time I saw a yellow umbrella.
I have a yellow raincoat, like a very yellow.
Yeah, not
It's
umbrellas.
that-
but you're right, they're always dark.
I remember those yellow raincoats.
I think it's because they're dark, because when you get your umbrella and you throw it on the floor, people step on it, so it gets dirty. So yellow would get dirty. Maybe that's the reasoning behind it, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I love yellow. I love yellow. I love all the colors. They were
Yellow
beautiful.
submarine.
And those are the
Yellow
colors
submarine.
for spring. So if you don't have any in your closet, go on, check out Princeton Consignment and get you some yellow or some orange or tangy green or cerulean. All right? All right. Now, do you know that the color trends from fashion trickles down into home decor?
That was impressive. When we found that out,
Yeah.
that was really interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, it trickles down. And this spring we have some neutral tones. And, I just love it, love it, love it. Let's see the B-roll for home decor. Where we
here. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Ooh, yes, that's my room. Absolutely. Here we have like neutral tone. You can never go wrong with the neutral tone. It's earthy, it's grounding. Then you can always put a little splash of accent color. Like in here, we have a little bit of green. We have a little bit of orange with the flower on the table. But earthy tones are amazing in question of gathering your family, get a nice little cup of cocoa, and have a nice talk.
I
That's
love it.
nice.
I
That's
love it.
It's a
really
beautiful
nice.
room.
Mhm.
The colors are just great.
Yep. And
Love it.
Melissa,
It's gorgeous.
you have the tangy lime. Let's see the tangy lime room.
Wow, so modern. So this room is just so modern. It has a beautiful table. The green is just enough and it really brightens someone up. Picture having some lemonade in the room with that beautiful tangy green, and it's so beautifully done with the chandelier hanging down, and the decor is just amazing and very relaxing. And in my home, I tend to have some modern with some old and some new mix, and I think that's a great combination. So the kitchen's pretty modern, and then I go into my TV room and I have some antiques and other things that bring it together. But I think the kitchen should always be bright yellow and greens. It's just tangy green is just a great color for a kitchen.
And it's
in
fun.
an accent.
It's funny to see so much green actually into that kitchen and the green that was on the fashion runway, because it's not always so easy to be bold like that in your home.
And I think you
love
think
that.
about, you
Right.
think about,
Gorgeous,
yeah.
you think about the green being more of an accent, but in
Right.
today's, in 2022, it's becoming a really primary color.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's excellent.
That
Right.
was actually one of my favorite rooms. I love that. I would do that. I love the chandelier, the white, and then the green all around. That was beautiful. But wait, let's not talk about beauty yet till Esther tell us about her room. And it's her living room. This is actually Esther's living room.
Beautiful.
It is?
Yes.
yeah, this is
Oh, it
my
wasn't
house.
a joke.
This
When I
is my
saw
house.
that, I was, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so
Great.
I took
Yes.
the chimney. It's offset my chimney, and I wanted to make it a like really make it bold and Celine, but it's like a teal, but Celine. It's really the proper name is Celine.
Yeah.
Color, and I have that in my kitchen in my bottom cabinets, and then I put that in the wall. I actually reupholstered those chairs myself.
They are beautiful.
And I just love that color. When I sit there and I'm, having a cup of coffee or
It's
a glass of wine
beautiful.
with my Rob,
Yeah.
I really enjoy sitting there and just sitting by that color. It's very soothing.
You did an
It's
awesome
job.
Awesome
Well,
job.
Are you
Yes.
inviting us over soon?
Of course,
Yes.
of course. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do a barbecue
Okay,
too.
so-
All right.
Melissa, you have yellow. Let's see Melissa's room.
So this is a beautiful yellow. And like I said, yellow is one of my favorite colors. I have it in my kitchen, not as bright as that. I think that that's a lot of color in yellow. But again, like we said, some of those colors, the greens and the yellows, are becoming much more popular as the main color as opposed to it being muted down, which I think is great. So it's just a beautiful room with the shelving and the table and everything spring.
It seems young, right? Like it's a young, like I would do that for a
It is.
young
25
I feel
year
like it's almost
Right.
like in New York
Yeah.
City. It's a
Perfect
beautiful
for New
apartment
York
with a lot of
City.
windows.
Yeah.
I would
and
do
it's a
that.
great
Yeah.
look. I like that yellow.
Yes, and I'm so excited for this last room because it's one of Esther's room again that she decorated.
Again?
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
I actually got this from what's the store?
Yeah.
It's an earth tone.
Homestead.
Homestead.
Oh my God. So Homestead has their warehouse in Skillman, and I live in
Right.
Skillman. And I got this dining table just a few weeks ago.
Beautiful.
It is so gorgeous. It's made out of like old weather wood, and they
Yes.
painted it
Like
with
a
a little bit of
modern
white.
farm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so my kitchen, my dining area right there, it's a little tiny area. It has a little bit of a farm, a little modern, and then my bottom cabinets have blue because that's the cerulean blue that I love. And it's true, the whole white kitchen, which is gorgeous,
Perfect.
is not as common anymore. Just a little
Right.
bit of touch. So I like a little
Yeah.
modern, a little bit of country.
I have a lot of colors in my
yeah,
house.
yeah.
A wall like this, a wall like that.
I guess with their personality.
They call that the accent walls,
The
right?
accent walls, yeah. I love the earth tone. I love that you're doing this, and we're gonna book you to come to our house and set up a room because you did a great
looks
job.
beautiful.
And
Thank
so,
you.
and the furniture from Homestead was beautiful, and we just
Oh my
so
God.
happened
Oh my
to
God.
have them to give us some tips about home decor. Let's see what they have to say.
Fantastic.
Hi, we're Kristen and Ron Menapace, owners of Homestead Princeton right here in Princeton, New Jersey, and we're here to share with you some spring tips to help liven up your home as we transition from those cold winter months into the warmer spring months.
So one great tip I like to share with customers is bringing the outdoor in, changing from more brown muted tones to more green, more bright colors. One way to do this is plants, moss balls, decorative items, having that spark of color.
And when we think about spring, we think about all the bright colors, the blooming trees, the flowers that are popping out of the ground. But that's not only the exterior of your home, but also the interior. And that's what we're here to show you, some of the spring tips to kind of liven up your home for the springtime. Well, since we have a nice neutral base here in the sofa, let's get started.
Let's show them what we mean. So as you can see, with a couple simple changes, we took away the muted brown colors. We brought in some pop of color with the pillows, with the flowers, candles for a great scent, and we have a whole new look that inspires us for the spring.
And thanks for the Gab Show for bringing us into your home. And we look forward to seeing you here at Homestead Princeton.
Thank you, Rob and Kirsten, for those awesome tips. They made it look so easy. They just like, listen, just change out the pillows.
It is that easy.
It is.
I think it's that easy in my home. I
Yeah.
definitely, for spring, I change out all the pillows and the bedspreads, and I put bright, beautiful colors. And then I do a garden, and I put all the flowers outside. But more importantly, it's the pillows in every room. Save them from year to year. Maybe add one or two that I buy that
Yes.
are trendy for new colors for the spring. But I definitely love changing those bedspreads and sheets and make it all fresh in all
Right.
the beds, even in my daughter's room. So
And it's so
fun.
important, right? It's so important because you have these. You do want to get like a little bit cooler when you're in the winter
Yeah,
moods, right?
months.
The throws, the beiges, the
Exactly.
thing, the grays. But then when the sun comes out,
Ooh.
chica, we want to put color there.
I love the outside porch and decks too, to decorate
Oh,
those
yes.
beautifully and put all that furniture back and put the cushions on. I know I restored these so great and they still look good from last year. So happy about that.
Yeah,
So,
love that.
But in the video, what is interesting always is that you can never go wrong when you have a neutral couch.
Yes, it's better.
Because I have couch that are purples and
Wow.
That's pretty. I love purple.
and it's not always so,
So
easy
easy to match with the pillows
to
and
be
the
able to
decor.
match with the rest of the season, changing of the season. So neutral couch is good.
Well, again, thank you for Homestead Princeton for that awesome video.
Great
now,
store.
listen, we are going to take it outside. I mean, we done fashion, we did all the colors, we did home decor. It's time to go outside. Do you ladies garden?
I do. I have a whole hydrangeans, a whole
Ooh,
road of hydrangeans.
really?
Beautiful, pink,
Wow.
gorgeous.
So
yes.
I do a vegetable garden every year for the last 10 years.
Oh, you're
so
good.
I do, yes.
That's hard.
So I do the planning. It's a lot of work to be able to get all the weeds out from one season to the next. And that's the
Yes.
hardest part. And then always putting the mulch in. But I do corn, I do sunflowers, I do lettuce, I do tomatoes. My daughter loves the cucumber. So I do a full garden and we put it behind the house on a white picket fence there. So the deer can't get in and
Okay,
get to it.
yeah.
But it's full and it's a lot of work. Put the mulch in
A lot
there.
of
There's
work.
weeds. The worst part is the weeds with the
Oh,
garden. They
man.
just keep
Work.
coming. Every day I have to go out before work and weed that garden. But beautiful, beautiful stuff comes out of there, especially the lettuce. You wouldn't think, but we use lettuce all the time
Oh,
out of there.
that's awesome.
All different types of lettuce. So
So I tried to do
You try. You don't have a green thumb.
I know I don't.
I tried I remember even a few years ago, my son had bought me he was a tiny little kid, and he bought me all those kind of things
Burpee
for,
seeds, the little burpee seeds.
the rake, the this and that. And he said, "Happy Mother's Day. Have a great garden, Mom, this year." And of course, I planted the garden, and like you say, it is so much work.
It's a lot of work.
Mine's
Yeah.
large.
It
It's
needs a lot of
work.
attention.
A lot of
Every day.
attention.
Yeah, they're
And
jealous.
every day, and mommy here is too busy, so I reduced the vegetable garden to only some
Tomatoes.
no herbs.
Oh, herbs. Yeah, yeah.
My
the
herbs always die. I have a
Ah,
lot of
you
plants
see?
in my house.
I'll give
have
you my
plants,
thought.
but not
the
the
vegetables.
herbs.
You know what doesn't come up a lot is the sunflowers. One year I had sunflowers. It depends. You should buy the burpee seeds already, processed, because if you get them as the regular seeds, some years they come up really high above the rooftop, and some years they come up and then they just die on the vine. So I think they're the trickiest.
I have a hard
Corn and
time.
sunflowers are
Yes.
the trickiest to garden.
But
My herbs. What a problem.
Yeah,
yeah,
the herbs.
the herbs are awesome.
My mom gave me, it's already done. She gave me a pot of mint. It's already done. I have
It's already
nothing. I
grown.
don't have to do anything with it. Took the pot of mint home, and days later, it's dead. The whole pot is brown. I'm like,
right.
Oh my
why?
gosh.
Why is it brown? I do not have a green thumb. But you know what? We have a B-roll from Kale Nursery. Maybe they could tell us something.
They could give us some more tips.
Some
make us
help.
better
I need
gardeners.
some help. We need some help here. Let's roll it.
Hi, girls. Thanks for joining us today, Kales. Really appreciate it. Just wanted to let you know we're celebrating over 65 years of being a family-owned business. Today, I've picked Mahonia. It's a pollinating shrub. It's a beautiful evergreen shrub that the bees love. On the continual trend of planting pollinator-friendly plants, Kales offers 3 different varieties of Mahonia. Like I said, Mahonia are evergreen shrubs that bloom in late to early spring. As you can see, these blooms help the pollinators through the cold months. The flowers then are followed by grape-like clusters of glossy, round, blue-black berries. These berries attract birds and wildlife. The holly-shaped foliage of the Mahonia takes on red to purple tints when it becomes cold. These easily grow in moist and well-drained soils, in part shade to full shade, and also a great plus is they're deer resistant. In addition to the Mahonia, we have other plants to offer that are great pollinators, native plants, and also annuals throughout the garden center. We offer other supplies such as this beautiful watering cans that you see in bright, colorful spring colors. And our staff is very knowledgeable. We can help you through your gardening needs or your project that you're working on. Thank you so much for joining us at Kales today, and happy gardening.
Oh, thank you for that awesome tip, Kale Nursery. Listen, you guys have gardens. Do you look for pollinators? Do you know what pollinators are?
Why do you know?
Absolutely.
So I had
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
I've recently learned.
Yeah.
No, we do not. We always knew.
We always.
Yeah.
We always knew, but we didn't know.
No,
we
we
didn't know.
always
knew.
We didn't know the name.
Okay, tell me you didn't know the bees.
We didn't know
they're
that-
going in the flower.
That I
Okay.
knew, but I didn't really
And the
realize.
butterflies.
We didn't know
And the
that was
ladies'
the names. We didn't know it was called pollinators.
Oh
We
yes,
just
we
knew
did.
it.
No, we
You
did.
guys did. Me and Esther
Yeah.
learned that this show.
Okay.
Okay, Esther and
All
I
right.
learned that
That's
this
okay.
show,
That's
and
okay.
it's all good.
That's
so
all good.
now we know what a pollinator is, and we know that bees give pollen, so we knew that, but we didn't know the actual term for these ladybugs, butterflies, microbes. What else? Hummingbirds.
Oh, I
There's a whole
love
lot of
hummingbirds.
pollinators. Let's talk
Yes.
about some. Let's talk about
Yes.
some. The bumblebee, Gabby.
Yeah, the honey bumblebee. It is. We all know it, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
She's a stinger.
Yes, watch
no,
out for those
but
bees.
she's beautiful. And I love to watch them. you watch them, they go from flower to flower, they do their little business, they capture all the pollen into their legs and everything, and then they fly to the next one and they deposit it and so on. They capture more, and they are workers.
Yes.
They're
worker
really
bees.
workers
bees.
like
That's
us.
what they call the term.
The worker bees.
Yes.
Worker bees.
There you, go.
So that was meant. But what amazed me about also the honeybees that they make honey,
Oh.
and I love honey.
They make honey. They actually
Well,
make
That's
them.
why they're honeybees.
Oh.
They're not the bee, but they
They put in the stuff that needs to be.
So, anyways, the bees, the honeybee, they leave pollen in the flower, the male, and then the female comes and they take the pollen, and then that's how they make more bees. So
Is that how they fool around?
That's how they fool around.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not really.
I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what else you got to share about bees?
I don't know. I find out, however, beside the honeybee, it was another bee that
Carpenter?
well, the carpenter will come back to it, but it was the other one. I can read my note right here.
Not the bumblebee.
No, it was a bee that actually carved into the wood. Into the no, not the carpenter. No, that's the carpenter. But he bites the leaves. Okay, so he has like a big hand and he bites the leaves, and you think
You feel those.
yeah, and you think and you think that oh, look at my plant, it's all bitten and everything, but they don't eat it.
What do they do with it?
They actually
They're
create.
vandalizers?
No, they create a nest with it.
Oh, it's for their home.
Oh,
Stay away from my garden.
Talking about that, it is extremely important to actually not use too much pesticides and not do your garden too early, because you are killing that ecosystem process. And also in question of the bees, we have information that they really help a lot of pollination, a lot of vegetable growing and things like that. And this is what is helping us to eat and continue the system.
It's for us.
For us.
Yes.
It's for us.
It is.
Because they work for us.
They work
They,
for us.
they work for us. They don't bite you all the time.
No.
No.
But when it happens,
It hurts. It's not good. Yeah.
it's no bueno.
So you said something. You said not to clean up the garden too early. So
Right.
you ladies are gardeners. When do you go out to spring clean your garden?
When I have time.
When
like,
the landscaper comes.
So for me, I start in the spring, and I think I'm always anxious to get it done, especially during COVID. So I did it a little bit too early, and
Yeah.
the frostbite
Yes.
happened with some
See?
of my vegetables, and I had to pull them out and replant. And when I went to the nursery near my house, they said, that happened to so many people that were out of cucumbers right now because I went a little too early because everybody was home because of COVID. And that's the only year that I did it. So I would say it's more like a July, August type of thing, sort of when the butterflies
Summer.
come out. Yeah. So it's more
Right.
towards the end of the summer. June, you start prepping. So it's in that
For
time
the
period. But-
vegetables, you
yeah.
mean?
So I do a little bit like when it's
She do
it's
summer
May.
vegetables.
Yeah, so I do some vegetables and I do flowers as well. The flowers are a little later, the vegetables are a little sooner. So the vegetables are as soon as the frost is gone. So you can start looking at your garden and working it as soon as the frost is gone. But
Yeah.
you don't want to be there when it gets cold. Like if you did it next month and there's a
A
cold
fire,
night, then it
that's-
would freeze
that's it.
over. So again,
Yeah.
vegetables
But you can
come first,
sit
flowers
in-
afterwards. You can.
See, you can
Yeah,
sleep.
because
So I have here, I find that in my notes,
Okay.
providing, so the bees, providing nearly 1/3 of the food we eat.
That we eat.
That we eat.
All right,
One-third.
it's
One third
No
of
more
the
spraying the
pollination.
bees.
Yes,
Right.
yes, 1/3 of
You
the
cannot
pollination.
spray
That's
the
why
bees.
it's important to know when to clean your spring, do
Exactly.
your
Yes.
spring cleaning, because you don't want to kill these pollinators. They're like little cocoons, little butterflies and chrysalis. There are bees everywhere. You can't kill them too early, because if you do, you're cutting off the food supply. And also, it gives oxygen. The pollinators help with the oxygen. Tell us about your pollinators that you have.
So I love butterflies. I have my butterfly necklace on today. And what I love about about the butterfly is the metamorphosis, that it starts out as a caterpillar and it grows in so many different stages, which is really, really great. And then it becomes a beautiful butterfly. It's almost like a woman in her stages of life when you're born and then you get into adolescence and then you're forming into this beautiful person. And butterflies come in so many different shapes
Colors,
and
yeah.
colors.
Oh,
And it's
gorgeous.
amazing, just like women do. They come in different shapes and colors and sizes, but they're all beautiful
Gorgeous.
in their own right. So
Gorgeous.
for me, the butterfly is so special because it's reflecting a woman and her journey as well. I love butterflies. My daughter and I went to Hershey Park Gardens to the atrium to see some butterflies there. And here we are with some pictures of Mina. And this is the beautiful monarch butterfly. And they pollinate on trees, a lot of different trees. The butterfly weeds are out there. I don't know if you know. And then there's trees. And then they like the black-eyed Susan. So when you're sitting on your front porch or deck and you see all of your beautiful flowers, they gravitate and pollinate on certain flowers that they like the best, which again, black-eyed Susans, I love those on my porch and I see all the beautiful butterflies out there. So in general, they're my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
And I love it is the cardinal that travels all the way from somewhere from Brazil all the way here and contour. And I don't know. I'm just asking, right? Can you imagine that butterfly?
All the way from
butterfly.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and he comes here, and I don't know why he comes here. I have no idea
Well, they have to
why.
check
but,
out the
but,
The
you
other
you know,
butterfly is the yellow small tail. That's a beautiful
Right.
one too. And then there's regular ones that are just gray. I know you see those and you say,
Yeah.
what is that? It's a butterfly. It's not as beautiful, but they're the three common ones that are in this area.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? If I like, when you go on your morning walks or whatever, you see a butterfly. I first say, thank you for letting me see the butterfly. Thank you for letting me. When I see doves, I'm like, oh, thank you for letting me see doves. I'm so thankful to see these creatures
Beauty.
around.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
so you like the
Also-
caterpillars when they eat your plant too?
I don't see caterpillars.
to.
I see the butterflies flying. I see the birds. I see like the beauty
On
in
the
those
bee balm
things.
plants.
Yeah.
I love the butterflies. Love the bee balm
Ladybugs.
plants.
When we were small, we used to catch the ladybugs, and we used to think they were good luck, and we would never
me
kill
too.
a
That's-
ladybug.
yeah.
Tell us about what you think
Oh
about
my
that,
God. So
pollinator.
I had no idea that the ladybug, it really keeps your gardens clean. It makes sure that all these, different types of bugs that damage your gardens, it keeps it balanced. I just thought, everybody loves ladybugs, right? And we used to collect them and put them in a glass because
beautiful.
they light up and
No, that's the lighting
I'm
bug.
sorry. Never mind. The ladybug is the red and white one.
Yeah,
And
the
the
red
ones
ones
that come
with
into
the
your
dots.
house.
Yeah.
Don't they get in there more than any
They
other?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you find like the ladybug is like a little naughty? She's all with all her spots and bright and red, and she's
Yes.
like,
She just shows up in your
Yes.
house unannounced, right? She just
And
comes
I'm
in your
so
house.
I'm the one like, it's good luck. It's good luck. Keep
So,
it
yeah,
the ladybug.
So do you like normally you're supposed to take the ladybug on your finger
And let it travel.
Let it travel.
No,
Yeah.
and then let it go.
Let it go.
And with
wish.
and have you
Make
do
a
that?
wish. Absolutely,
Okay, all right.
absolutely.
That's why I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I didn't
Especially
make
when
a
they
wish.
come in the house, you put them
She's
out
so
the
cute.
window.
Yeah, I never made a wish. I just cut them.
But
They
yeah.
roll down your arms, and then you're like, okay,
She's
don't kill it.
totally
Yeah.
Esther, the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
red with
Yeah.
the
There you
dots.
go.
Yeah, don't kill it. Just be free.
But it takes care of the herbs. It's really so if you want more ladybugs to come and take care of your garden, have cilantro in your herbs in your garden. So you do that really well, Gabby. Not
Yes.
me. Mine's always done.
Yes, you got.
Especially my
you got-
basil.
you, Esther.
Please help me. I have a
I
lot
do
of
nice-
plants.
I
have
do
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
plants in my
herbs.
So
house, but
start-
herbs I
You
still
help me
Start
with the plants, and I'll help
really
you with the
start-
herbs.
There you go.
Really start by planting them in pot first. Okay.
It needs a lot of
that's
light,
the
right?
Yeah.
It needs a lot of light.
And it needs a lot of light and it
Yeah.
needs a lot of water. So you do need to water and you need to expose enough during the day to the sun. But if you put them into a pot, depending if you make the wrong choice, you can take your pot and move the pot in case of you put it in a place where it wasn't enough sun or you see
Yeah.
that they're not thriving.
That's it. But the herbs are so good for the ladybug.
Mm.
It really attracts them to come, and they love the flowers and just beautiful flowers. And I just thought that the ladybug. I had no idea this sassy girl was telling all the other bugs. step back, I'm here.
Back.
Uh-huh.
So she keeps it clean. It's
Yeah.
so
Okay.
It's so awesome to hear that because I didn't even know they eat herbs. Like, all I know was they were good luck, and if I saw one, it was good, But you can give the ladies some home decor tips, and they'll come over and do the herb garden and all that you
They
need
can
for
help you.
that.
They
They
can
can
help
help
you,
you. So we talked about the colors. We talked about fashion. We talked about home decor. We talked about a lot about spring fashions. I want to divert a little bit. Let's talk about allergies. Do you?
Oh my God.
Sneezing, the coughing. I mean, it's not fashionable. What do you guys have to say
So
about
all this
that?
pollen that we're hearing is supposed to be good for us. My poor son has been sneezing and runny nose due to the pollen, and so I don't know, why are we getting allergies now? If it's supposed to be good for us, for our food, for
Yeah.
Well, perhaps also is just the atmosphere is different, the ozone layer, all those kind of things coming in. But I think also the type of food we are eating is not as raw or as
Exactly.
organic or as clean as it used to. The crops are grown with all kinds of
Chemicals.
chemicals.
When we talk about seasonal allergies, it's in the spring.
You
The
know.
seasonal allergies
Yeah.
come out
And
in
all
the
those
spring.
chemicals, you're breathing those chemicals back.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
use any pesticides on my stuff. I don't put any.
No,
I don't either.
You don't either.
No,
You do the vinegar and
No, I don't put
No,
anything.
Nothing.
Oh.
No.
I don't either.
But you know what's
It's
interesting?
all in the mulch and the
Yeah,
fertilizers.
there you go.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? If you take pollen, they sell bee pollen at the supermarket. I hear that helps with your allergies. And they have all kinds of concoctions and stuff you can make
and
with
why
bee
does
pollen.
it disturb my lungs so much then?
You take it? You take bee
When I breathe it.
No, we're talking about actually
digest it,
digest
it
it
helps you.
because you're breathing in the outside pollen, so you have it inside. You have it in your body. So
It
I
keeps
get
a
that.
balance?
Yeah, it keeps a balance. That's
And
something
I think
to check
just
out.
like allergies, they go in years. Like years ago, I used to sneeze every time spring hit, and I would sneeze like 7 sneezes in a row, and I haven't sneezed in years when spring hit. So it's like it's a seasonal thing that people get it, and then just like allergic reactions and things. Sometimes in 7 years, your body changes, the
7
environment
years,
changes.
yes,
They say
indeed.
it's 7 years.
7
and like,
years.
you're allergic
That's true,
to
because you get
MSG,
yes,
you get
every
a cool
7 years.
change
Yes.
every 7 years. So
Your
that's
whole body
the
changes,
allergies.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not allergic to anything, and I don't sneeze in the spring. So it's a very sexy thing not to sneeze in the spring. Right? Is that what you're saying?
It is sexy not to sneeze in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in a
Sneezing is
small
not
room when
sexy,
COVID's
yeah.
still out there.
You don't want to sneeze in the spring, but it's bad for so many people. And I'm one of those. When spring hits, I could tell because I'm like sneezing and carrying on. I have asthma, all that. But take the bee pollen, try it. I'm gonna try it. I haven't
And not
tried
good
it.
for the
I haven't
makeup.
tried.
So sneezing's not good for the makeup, which we can talk about some
Let's
spring
talk
makeup.
about some spring
Yes.
makeup, Melissa.
Yes,
Way
spring
to transition into
transition,
that.
yes.
So, who loves makeup? Who loves makeup?
I just
Only to go out. I'm so lazy. I am so lazy. So I go to my office, and if I have no appointments, I just go with a lot of moisture, like a clunk, like a clunk of moisturizer, and then sometimes people just show up, and I'm like, "Excuse me." And I'm,
So
"Oh,
Esther, you know
what
what's
makeup?"
really interesting about that? The look for 2022 is more of a natural dewy look without a lot of eye makeup. It's actually the natural look is coming
look at
back.
that. I was
It's
ahead
just
of
some
my
lip
time.
gloss and all of the dew, like you said. A little bit of pink lip gloss because the pink lip gloss is in,
Oh,
and
I
pink
think-
cheeks are in for
Yeah.
2022.
Yes.
But it really is like the big eyeliner and all of that is kind of out for the spring and for the new season.
I was
But-
gonna wear peachy for today for my
Yes.
little outfit, and I
Mhm.
couldn't find my peach lipstick, but.
Right.
I do like makeup when I go out, especially when we're going to go to an event. It makes you look so elegant and sophisticated when everything is just
Yes.
flawless. But I like the natural look.
So,
I like
yeah,
how-
I
I'm
like-
totally with you.
Yeah.
Natural look is the way to go.
I think I like
Those
my
BB
makeup
cup.
and my bronzers. That's something that I think is really trendy that I wear. Even if I don't have makeup on a Saturday or Sunday, I will put some bronzer on just so I have a little sparkle on my,
Color,
and then
yeah.
just the lip gloss with no eyeliner and no eyelashes. So
Ah,
come on over on a Saturday or Sunday. You'll see
Secret.
natural Melissa.
We getting the
someone
secret.
gave me a bronzer or some. I haven't used it because I'm like, I don't know what to
June,
do. with
I will
it.
put it on you.
I don't wear. I wear
June.
the lipstick once in a while. I like
It's
a
so
lip
great.
gloss.
but you
so
have
great
like an
bronzer.
even, perfect skin.
Girl,
But a little
I work,
bronzer
I
is
work, I
so
work on it.
pretty.
I work on it. I do my facials every week. I do my exfoliation.
Mhm.
A lot of-
Her skin is
I do
completely
face yoga, all the stuff.
I do the yoga too.
Yeah, I love face yoga. But I have it it. So tell me, Melissa, because I have it and it's just sitting there from November. It's not even open.
So that little bit of sparkle just would look beautiful on you. And even a new trend for this year, and it was in last year too, is a little bit of light bronzer in this part of your eye.
Right here?
Right here. You'll see if you look at the fashion
Is my nose
models.
going to look bigger?
No, not at all. It actually contours. So there's a little contour that goes on the nose. And then also right here in the eye, there's a
Okay.
little bit of lighter color that actually slims out your face. And the bronzer here, I will help you because I had this bronzer
Should do
from
makeup.
L'Oreal that I gave to all my girlfriends
Yes.
last spring. And I gave them all this bronzer and they all wear it. And I have it with me. So I will get some for all of us.
Next show,
It's a
I'm
beautiful bronzer. I will bring it to you. And it just gives you a little bit of a lift. And I have it on today and a little bit of a shimmer.
It's
I
so
don't know if
pretty.
you
I
can
was going to
see.
say, I love your shimmer.
Yeah, so it's just a little bit, but not too much. 'Cause
Yes.
If you go too much, it could look too brown on someone's skin that's lighter. So yeah.
next
I like
show,
shimmer.
next
Next
show,
show,
I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna have it here, and I'm gonna have it there. You're gonna be like, "Ooh, Joe, what did you do different?"
reviews it. Yes, make sure I take a
I'm
look
gonna
at
be
it
on camera.
first.
What did you do different, Joe? Aren't I cute?
I would love
Okay.
to help you ladies.
But listen, since we're doing makeup and the whole thing, let's talk about some drinks.
Oh
It's National Mocktail to Cocktail Month. Woohoo!
It is.
Today is the day for National Mocktail to Cocktail.
Oh,
Yes,
mocktail to
March
cocktail.
24th. And so what that means is it's a lot of non-alcoholic drinks. And you know, there are people who, you know, remember when COVID hit? And the liquor stores were empty. People were drinking so much
That was the
alcohol.
best business to be in.
The best business. And then once, you know, everybody got their nerves together and they calmed down, they started to think about health and wellness and
Yes,
balance
yes.
and being mindful of what they're putting in their body. So now they're going to non-alcoholic drinks.
Yes. Yes.
So do you guys like non-alcoholic drinks?
I have not tried it, but my boyfriend and I are on a 30-day no alcohol this
Okay.
month,
Mhm.
and I see the pounds like
Yeah.
the inflammation, you know,
Yeah.
that's caused by alcohol. But I love me some mocktail, honey. I'll have
Yes.
some mocktail.
I do the same. I like the mocktails, but I do a 7-day cleanse a couple times a year where I don't do any alcohol. But I do like my margaritas, and I do
Yeah.
like on a sunny afternoon to be outside and enjoying a nice cocktail, something that's refreshing. So yes, very excited about being able to have summer and be outside with friends and a nice barbecue and have great food, great salads, things that are healthy for you. Would be really, really fun this summer. I can't wait for spring because of that. But mocktails are great as well.
Okay.
So this is a non-alcoholic rosé.
Mhm.
All right.
And
Who
Gabby,
doesn't
what do
like
you
a
like?
rosé in the spring?
Um,
It's so
Rosés,
awesome.
yeah,
The
rosés
bag
are back.
kicking
Yeah.
thing
Rosés are back, especially in the spring.
Right.
It starts to come in the summer, sitting on the deck with
Yes.
some girlfriends.
I love that. The rosés were back in the 80s were really big, and now they're making it a turn again and coming
Yeah.
back into
Yeah.
trends. So that's a great
You
trend.
know, the housewives of Ocean County, what's her name?
Vanderpump.
She has a whole line of rosé.
Lisa?
Lisa.
Is it
Lisa,
Vanderpump?
I don't even watch that
Yeah.
show, but I knew it was
Yes,
Vanderpump.
yes. I went
Vanderpump.
to her restaurant in California.
Oh, great. And Bethany
my God.
Frankel has the skinny margarita, too.
Yeah.
She's from the
Yeah.
Real Housewives
Yeah,
of New
yeah.
York. So Bethany has coined that.
Yeah.
Those drinks are unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
You
So
know,
we love the Real Housewives
Yes.
because we have our guest coming, Margaret
There you
Joseph,
go.
April 14th.
and if you just tuning in and see me sitting here with this, I'm not an alcoholic. This here is a mocktail from Tipple and Rose.
Oh my God. Love me some Tipple and Rose.
Tipple and Rose
Love
is
that
amazing.
store.
And so, you know, we're going to try it because that's what we do. You know, we're going to support local, buy local, and we're not really heavy drinkers.
What's up,
Sometimes Esther is detoxing for 30 days with her boyfriend. I know Gabby and Melissa did a dry January.
We did. Yes.
So today,
a couple weeks.
so if they have a hankering and say, you know what, oh man, I don't want to drink, but I just feel like I want something, go to Tipple and Rose. They
Tipple
have,
and Rose.
Oh my
they
God.
have tell us
They
tell
have
us
a
what they
lot of
have.
stuff. They actually have tequila. It tastes like tequila. They have whiskeys. They have all these other many options that have the flavor and the taste of the alcohol without the alcohol. So if you have a friend maybe that is not a drinker and is in a recovery person, this is the best thing. So they are included in these parties and not have the alcohol.
I
in their
think that's
drinks. I
great.
think that's
You have to be
a
mindful of
great-
people that have,
mindful
some
of it.
addiction issues.
And you know,
Yeah.
I was thinking, and
Or maybe
it's
just on the cleanse.
yeah, I'm a cleanse too.
Yeah.
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 I had a kind of ignorant thought because I said, well, if you don't drink, why you want to pretend to drink, and I was talking to my producer April, and she was like, well, some people just like it for fun to be a part of the group
Yeah.
and
Right.
stuff, and you have the spritzers with the fruit in it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So let's try.
And you want to look fancy.
You want to
wanna
look
look
fancy.
That's why
So
you
we're
can
gonna
drink
try
soda
this.
spritzers
So,
with the
ladies
lime.
and gentlemen, this is non-alcoholic rosé.
Rosé from Tipple and
Cheers.
Rose.
Tipple and Rose. Thank you, Tipple and Rose.
Salud. Thank you,
Salud.
Tipple and Rose.
To the Gab.
To the guy.
So we got.
And to you guys for following and watching.
Thank
Salud.
you.
It actually has the smell of. It's good.
It is really great. Picture this on your
Excuse me.
deck.
1 second. One more.
I don't know. I usually drink.
My favorite time to drink wine, non-alcoholic or regular, is in the park in the summers to have a nice blanket and to do
picnic.
do a little picnic and
Are
you
you
put
so
all your.
romantic, Melissa?
Oh, you know I am. I
You
love
throw that
little
throw with
picnics.
the little basket.
I have all these little baskets and I have my wine in there and the fruits and the cheeses. I go walk on the canal or I go down to the parks.
Ooh.
I would say at least once a weekend.
So-
It's something I love, the outdoors.
So it's
especially with
it's
this.
funny that actually rosé became so fashionable because into the wine industry, the rosé is not like the superstar of wine. You're gonna go with the red wine, and then you're gonna go with the white wine, and that is due because most of the production of rosé is done in the south of France. And that region is not, like the chateau this or the chateau that. So they never were able to really push the rosé till the time changed where women started to drink white wine when they went to social bars, cafes, restaurants. They started to drink white wine, and slowly the roses started to snip it and up to
Because
the
red
white.
is so heavy and it also stains your
Exactly.
teeth and your clothes sometimes. So it's the light is much better in the summer.
You
And the
know-
rosé is the in
And
between.
you're right, because I
Yeah.
do my go-to when we're at an event, especially at a networking event, I
Right.
try not to drink red because for some
It's
reason
heavy.
red hits me
Oh,
hard.
hard.
And
Right.
I don't want to be saying, in the business.
And a nice Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio
Right,
is the way to
right.
go at an event. You
Yeah.
can put a little extra ice in there to water it down. That's
Water
a
it
good
down,
trick to
yeah.
do,
But-
is to put some ice in it.
But what was amazing with rosés is you used to have like great rosé from south of France and buy them for like $6, and now they're like, to get a really good rosé, what is it, 15, 19? And that's low.
And that's the
The
low
low
category.
Right.
But-
Low-
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I
you
mean,
know-
there are some rosés
Yeah.
that are super. They are now I like champagne.
the champagne,
I like
right.
Prosecco's.
Yeah, Prosecco.
And
That's from
the
Italy,
rosé
though.
Prosecco's or the champagnes,
Right.
they are expensive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, $60
Yeah,
bottle.
Proseccos are
Right,
expensive.
right,
The good
right.
ones.
With the
Yeah.
rosé,
Right.
with the
Yeah.
rosé.
The
mixture,
rosé Prosecco, yes,
Well,
that's good.
it seems like we
But
need
then-
a trip to France.
I was just gonna say,
Because we've been talking about that for
April.
April.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
We need to go to France.
That's right.
I'm going July 8th, but
But
I'm
you-
going with my daughter, so we won't be going to
Aw.
wineries.
Yes.
But coming back to your point, this is a little bit like a Prosecco thing.
Yes, it has a
It
little
does
bit
have
of
some
a
bubbles in
spark.
here.
Yeah.
Little spark.
I don't usually.
When are you
I
going?
don't drink.
July?
Ooh.
I don't drink. I have. This is my first non-alcoholic drink, and it tastes pretty good. It doesn't taste. I don't know.
No, it's a pleasant
juice.
drink.
It's a
And you know,
pleasant
and for
drink,
no
yeah.
and no alcohol, it's very
Very
good.
tasty.
Yeah.
They do a
'Cause
wonderful job there.
They did a great job.
Tipple and Rose.
Yeah.
Talking about the wine country,
Right.
I'm not doing France, but my boyfriend just surprised me. We're going to go to California.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Spend 4 days in the wine
Napa.
country.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Napa,
beautiful.
beautiful.
Not Napa.
Where?
He found another
Oh.
place because we're going to a wedding, and Napa was a little bit further.
Right.
But I just love that he took the initiative.
Oh, that's
Ah.
great. Napa's, you've been to Napa,
Can't give him
right?
up.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
It's
not giving that man
gorgeous.
up. Are you kidding?
Well,
And
let
that-
us know how it goes.
And that is
We haven't
that's another anecdote about wine is that actually Napa saved the French wine industry because the French had sent their little thing that you plant, the grape.
The grapes.
The grapes, and then France was devastated with some insect and devastation, and all their wine plants died. So they went back to California and say, oh, can we get back some of our plants because we need to grow them back. So they did. So actually Napa kind of saved France, even if it was
That's-
originally
that's
a
easy.
gift.
That'll be another girls' trip.
Right.
I
We
haven't
have,
been
like,
to Napa in a while.
A lot of interesting French tip today. Just very interesting. Thank you so much,
That's what you
Gabby.
get
Thank
when you have a European person on the team.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank
Sorry.
you. Thank you.
I can Americanize if you want.
No,
You did.
you stayed. We need to know these facts. So we want to thank all our show contributors. We want to thank Princeton Consignments. We want to thank Statements. We want to thank Homestead Princeton. We also want to thank Kale's Nursery. And we want you to be reminded to support local, buy local, and shop local. Wow. That was a great show. I can't believe we're going to talk about April's show already. April is fast approaching. And Gabby, tell us about April 14th.
Oh, yes. Well, it's our 6 months anniversary, girls.
No.
6
months?
Yeah.
And it's going to be live.
No,
not that show.
The next show.
Oh, April
Yeah.
28th.
So the next show, we are actually doing a show that is all the best of the Gab since we started, right? So it will be a retrospective of how the Gab started and how we have moved forward to our new production with April and our new style and everything. So watch it. It's going to be there at noon, and you'll see a whole history unfolding before your eyes.
You'll see the transformation
Yeah, the
of the Gab.
transformation, the complicate. What is it?
Complexities.
No, compilation.
Compilation
Oh, okay.
of all the shows that we've done. And Melissa, we're going to have a double show that day. Melissa, what are you going to do? What are we doing on the
Yes.
14th?
The double
And
show,
remember-
I wasn't aware of that. I'm excited.
but
So I get it.
because
The
we
best
all,
stuff.
yeah,
We're gonna be
it's
live.
best
So-
of,
and
and
then
it's
we
at
have-
noon.
Okay, perfect.
But what we are doing, what?
We are doing the April 14th, our first live show for the Gab. So we want to be able to get a live audience to be able to engage with us, which is so exciting. And we have Margaret Josephs, as we talked about, and her book, but we want to engage the audience. And that's what it's all about. The followers should come out and buy the tickets because you're going to get to ask some great questions. And there's a lot of good stuff and women empowering women, but there's also a lot of dirt on the
let's
Real
get the
Housewives. So
tea.
you can ask any question you want. We'll try not to filter you, but Margaret Josephs is going to be there and we're all going to co-host it together. So we're really looking forward to that day.
We're so excited. And then Esther, your show, the 28th. Talk about that.
So that will be my birthday. So we'll have some cake. But we're gonna do all outdoor, everything that has to do with outdoors. We're gonna bike.
Putting up
We're gonna
my
talk
boots.
about beaches. We're gonna talk
Oh.
about bays. We're gonna talk about all outdoor activities. As you know, the summer is approaching, but people start getting out as soon as the sun and the weather's good. So we want to show you all the things to do during the spring and the summer. And we're gonna go biking together.
Yeah, I'm so
Let's
excited.
go first.
I'm so excited about that. You ladies, thank you for helping me host this fabulous show today. We're going to put the link for the tickets at the bottom of the screen for Eventbrite so you can buy your tickets and come be a part of our live audience. And also check out our social media pages, our Facebook page and our Instagram page. And as always, tell your friends about the Gab and join us. Get entertained, engaged, and encouraged, and uplifted and empowered. Watch the Gab on CNJN. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. You guys, you excited about the 14th?
We're excited.
Woo!
See
All
you
right.
there.
See you there.
Buy your tickets.
Buy your tickets. See you next time. Bye-bye.